I've been inactive in posting for a couple of days, and that is because I've been so knackered. It's such a classic thing to happen after running a marathon. If you didn't know already, the last video I made, I was talking about running a marathon on a treadmill, and I'd done it, and it sucked, but I sort of knew it was going to suck. It sucked probably as much as I thought it was going to, which is a good thing, because the marathons that I've been doing in Southeast Asia have been absolutely terrible. That's my 5th marathon that I've done in Southeast Asia, and it just completely wrecked you for a few days, and it's annoying because you can't do things like this. This is like the first time in like a week that I've actually come to a coffee shop and sat down and done some work, which I don't like. It's not a good feeling when you don't do it, but I just want to recap what the marathon was actually like, give people some actionable advice that I actually learned from the marathon as well. So starting off, running it on a treadmill. It's a pretty uncommon thing to do for a marathon, especially you wouldn't do it if it was your first marathon. It's a bit of a strange thing to do, but this was my 7th, I think, so I ran it on a treadmill, giving myself a new mental challenge, and staring at a dashboard of a treadmill for that long it makes you go a bit insane, I can't lie. You do sort of need music or something to keep you going, because just staring at that, you get in your head so much, it's ridiculous. So I was listening to a lot of music, listening to a few David Goggins and Joe Rogan podcasts. They're good things to do. And pacing, I was going between a 6 and a 6:30 pace. I just kept adjusting it really based on how I was feeling. And I set it up in a way where I had my towel there, I wipe my hands, I Vaseline my legs and anywhere else that would normally chafe. I had a massive bag full of food, coconut water, energy drinks, like Gatorade and stuff, bananas, chocolate bars, cereal bars, sweets, stuff like that. All quick releasing carbs that allow you to just keep going, and if you fail to have these type of foods, you're going to pay the price, my friend, because trust me, I've made that mistake before, and you find out the hard way when it feels like you're running on absolutely nothing. And the thing is, because I think my problem is in Southeast Asia is I hate running out here because the weather is not nice to run in. It's just hot and humid and isn't very enjoyable. So I find that I don't train near as enough as I should do, because I've got all this other stuff. I've got loads of people visiting me at the moment in Asia. I'm doing loads of stuff all the time. I don't run as much as I should do. I can still do the marathons fairly comfortably, but the marathons are only as good as you train for them. So if you have the time and you're not, I'm not saying that my excuses are valid, I'm just saying I haven't been training as much as I should do. Training is so important. It is going to be the most important factor in your marathon results and how the marathon actually goes. And if you fail to train, if you neglect long runs, you don't structure training properly, you are going to pay the price. And if you want to take a marathon seriously, like for example, I've signed up for the London Marathon next year, I would take the training for that extremely seriously, and I will structure it properly and stick to it properly, because like in London, I will be going for the best time possible, like 3:30 or something like that. You cannot neglect your training. And then there's all the other stuff that follow that you shouldn't be neglecting either. But the one piece of advice I could give you is give yourself a proper structured plan if you're training for a race, and just stick to it. That is all you need to do. But if you're running it on a treadmill, it's not that bad. I had a fan, luckily. If I didn't, I think it could have been very bad. If you've got a really cold gym, perfect. This gym wasn't that cold. Luckily, I sourced a fan, put it behind me, and I think that did save me, if I'm being completely honest. As far as marathons go, in comparison to the ones I've done in Asia, to how hot it is, it wasn't that bad. If you've heard me talk about the Cambodia marathon before, that was absolutely how I ran a marathon in 35-degree heat. It destroyed me. It actually made me ill for a few days. But I've done it. It's all good for the mind. Pain is good for the mind. Pain is just weakness leaving the body. Apart from that, that is all I've got for this video. I'm sorry it's just a short one. I'm just getting back into the flow of creating content at the moment, because I have just been off for a few days. Not your problem, my problem. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found some value from it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.